Hi, this is Arthur, and this is a summary and explanation of the story of the Trailblaze Continuance Banana Outrage Battles Without Ninja and Humanity, released in the game Honkai Star Rail version 2.6. The Astral Express crew get a message from Himiko and meet on the Express. Once there, Himiko tells them they've received an invitation from Penacony's Paperfold University. The university plans on holding an academic conference on the topic of trailblazing, and they're invited as guests. The university is also preparing its Dreamlight Anniversary Festival, and some of them will be allowed to attend as guest students. They decide Welt and Himiko will attend the conference, while Dan Heng, March 7th, and the Trailblazer will go to the Dreamlight Anniversary. They head back to Penacony, and on the way there, the Trailblazer dozes off and hears some strange monkey noises. They soon reach Penacony and check into the hotel. They learn someone checked in under Pom-Pom's name. Dan Heng says it's probably Boothill. They head to their rooms, and inside the Trailblazer's room are some members of the Bloodhound family. They seem to be looking for someone and quickly leave. The Trailblazer notices a locked chest in the room, and they can't open it. The Trailblazer decides to ignore the chest and heads into the dreamscape. After the Trailblazer goes in, a woman pops out of the locked chest and uses the Trailblazer's facilities to follow her into the dreamscape. The Trailblazer arrives at a weird dreamscape and sees a bunch of monkeys. The monkey try to do something to the Trailblazer when the woman from the locked chest jumps in and chops the Trailblazer's head. The woman's name is Rapa, and her chop seems to stop whatever the monkeys were trying. The monkeys attack and the Trailblazer and Rapa defeat them. Rapa then shows the Trailblazer a monkey-shaped dream bubble and tells the Trailblazer that's the way out. Rapa leaves and the Trailblazer enters the monkey-shaped dream bubble, which sends her to the normal dreamscape. The Trailblazer soon meets with March 7th and Dong Han and tells them about the monkeys. March 7th explains the monkeys were likely related to the Slumber-Nana monkey, which is a popular meme going around Penacony. They head to the university and learn that most of the faculty are away at the academic conference, and the ones teaching them will be substitute teachers and assistants. These substitutes are called Banana Advisors and Assistananas in hopes of appealing to students who like the Slumber-Nana monkey fad. They later reach Paperfold University and look around before attending the dean's opening speech. Side note, the dean is called multiple names like Professor Premon, Profnana Premon, and just Profnana. Going forward, I will refer to him as Profnana. After the Profnana speech, the Trailblazer and friends go to their tuning test, which determines their school and area of study. The test is run by Mr. Rekka, a famous movie director and guest lecturer at Paperfold University. The Trailblazer, March 7th, and Dong Heng go through the test and are assigned schools. Afterwards, they take a look at booths set up by the school's clubs and run into Rapa again. Rapa explains she is a ninja and a galaxy ranger like Boothill. Rapa says she's here to hunt down a bad guy named Evil Ninja Osaru. We now go to Boothill's perspective. Boothill texts with Dong Heng and confirms Rapa is a galaxy ranger and that he's here to help her with something. Boothill then meets with Micah, leader of Dreamflux Reef, and they talk about the arrival of the Assistananas who go around promoting the Slumber-Nana monkey. The popularity of the Slumber-Nana monkey is starting to turn into fanaticism. Particularly obsessed fans have even formed a Slumber-Nana Association. Boothill tries to attend a Slumber-Nana Association event but is denied entry. Boothill then bumps into Robin. Robin is suspicious of the Slumber-Nana monkey and noticed odd changes to the dreamscape since its rise in popularity, like a strange noise. Robin and Boothill then try to gain access to the Slumber-Nana Association together and eventually figure out a way in. Now that they have access, Robin declines to enter as she would attract too much attention. Instead, Robin will investigate the strange noise she's been hearing and Boothill will go in alone. Boothill enters the association, is suddenly affected by something, and draws his gun at what seems to be March 7th. We now move to the Trailblazer's perspective, which takes place a while before Boothill just saw March 7th. The Trailblazer Dong Heng, March 7th, and Rapa attend a dream weaving class. The class begins and the teaching Banana Advisor keeps trying to make students draw monkeys. Rapa intervenes and the Banana Advisor attacks Rapa and the Trailblazer. They defeat the Banana Advisor and Profnana arrives. Profnana says the Bloodhounds are looking for a stowaway matching Rapa's description, but does not turn her in. Instead, Profnana encourages Rapa to study here and welcomes her as a new student. They then bump into Montana, one of March 7th's new friends at the school. Montana says she just joined the Slumber-Nana Association and can get March 7th in. March 7th agrees to join, and the Trailblazer and friends agree this will be a good way to infiltrate and find out what's going on with all the monkeys. March 7 leaves with Montana, and the Trailblazer and Dong Heng go find Rapa, who left earlier. They find Rapa at a stall selling Slumber-Nana monkey toys that can seemingly come to life. After listening in on a conversation between Banana Advisors, they learn the toys were all formerly people they transformed into toys. After this discovery, Dong Hung deduces Rapa is here to find Dr. Primitive, the sworn enemy of the Galaxy Rangers. Dr. Primitive is number 64 of the Genius Society and has committed countless atrocities like experimenting on entire planets and transforming the people of entire civilizations into regressed forms like monkeys. Rapa says their current goal should be to rescue everyone at Paperfold University from being turned into monkeys. Just then, Mr. Rekka comes by and invites them to participate in the filming of a promotional video. The filming is being led by a banana advisor who again tries to do something to them. Rapa seems immune to whatever the banana advisor is doing, snaps them out of it, and they defeat the banana advisor. Mr. Rekka then explains the Slumbernana monkey is a mimetic virus. A mimetic virus is spread through the dissemination of data, like through words, songs, and video. Once contracted, the mimetic virus can alter one's thoughts, and in a place like the dreamscape can turn humans into monkeys. Rapa adds the entire student body is at risk of turning into monkeys. Mr. Rekka says he discovered this sinister plot, but it's up to the Trailblazer and friends to thwart it. Mr. Rekka directs them to Profnana's office, as all the banana advisors were appointed by him. They head over to Profnana's office and confront him. Profnana admits he is spreading the mimetic virus and is a subordinate of Dr. Primitive. This was all part of an experiment to return people to their embryonic potential so they can develop again. Rapa attacks Profnana, who escapes with the help of Mr. Rekka. Profnana and Mr. Rekka then chat, and we learn Mr. Rekka is a memo keeper. Side note, memo keepers are followers of the Aeon of Remembrance, go around collecting memories, and have abilities related to memories. Black Swan is a memo keeper. The original deal was for Mr. Rekka to help Profnana infiltrate Paperfold University in exchange for Profnana lifting the mimetic virus. Now, Profnana wants Mr. Rekka to capture the Trailblazer and her friends, or else he'll turn Mr. Rekka into a monkey. We move back to Boothill, who's in the Slumbernana Association with March 7th and her friend Montana. March 7th and Boothill update each other on what they've learned. Montana then tells them about a theophany where they'll see the first Slumbernana monkey that originated the fad on Penacony. They go to the theophany, but Boothill tells the Assistanana there he's March 7th and he goes in alone. Before leaving with the Assistanana, Boothill tells March 7th to get ready for a fight. The Assistanana takes Boothill somewhere and tries to corrupt his mind. Luckily, March 7th pops in and snaps Boothill out of it. March 7th and Boothill then escape while Montana sides with the Assistanana and stays behind. Later, the Assistanana and his goons catch up to March 7th and Boothill. The Assistanana takes Boothill aside and tries to corrupt his mind again. Boothill somehow resists the corruption and defeats the Assistanana. Boothill returns to the association and finds and confronts Profnana. After a brief fight, Profnana and his followers escape. We go back to the Trailblazer, who's with Mr. Rekka. When Mr. Rekka saved Profnana earlier, he also teleported out the Trailblazer and her friends. Mr. Rekka explains the spread of the Slumbernana monkey mimetic virus will eventually change the entire dreamscape. Though they can't stop the spread of the virus, the Slumbernana monkey is still a fad, and like all fads, it will eventually decline. Maybe they can speed that up. Mr. Rekka addresses Rapa, and we learn Rapa was once a captive of Dr. Primitive and is infected with a different mimetic virus. Side note, the mimetic virus within Rapa is the ninja stuff she's constantly going on about. The ninja stuff is why Rapa is immune to the Slumbernana monkey virus. Mr. Rekka then gives the Trailblazer a film reel and tells her to extract Rapa's memories and the mimetic virus within them to fight the Slumbernana monkey virus. The Trailblazer uses her clockwork abilities and enters Rapa's memories. The Trailblazer sees Rapa's past, and we learn Rapa was the subject of a Dr. Primitive experiment. Rapa was constantly given drugs and tortured, resulting in Rapa gaining superhuman physical abilities. Part of how Rapa endured was due to a researcher who encouraged her ninja-related delusions. Rapa endured believing she was going through ninja training and out of loyalty to that researcher. That researcher eventually grew to care for Rapa, setting her free and contacting the Galaxy Rangers, who soon rescued her. Rapa joined the Galaxy Rangers soon after and has been hunting Dr. Primitive ever since. They finish going through Rapa's memories and it seems they have what they need. We go back to Boothill and March 7th, who are with Robin. Micah shows up with news the Slumbernana monkey is still spreading and turning residents of Dreamflux Reef into monkeys. Boothill and March 7th go around smashing the Assistananas, spreading the Slumbernana monkey virus before running into Mr. Rekka. Mr. Rekka says he's got something to help the people of Dreamflux Reef sing their own song of harmony and save themselves. Side note, part of the issue is that Dreamflux Reef likes being separate from the family and the rest of Penacony, so they don't really want the family's help with the virus. The family controls most of Penacony, excluding Dreamflux Reef. Boothill then takes Mr. Rekka's gift and brings it back to Robin. Robin says she can lead the people of Dreamflux Reef in a song separate from the rest of Penacony that can defeat the Slumbernon monkey virus while avoiding the family's attention. Boothill gathers the residents of Dreamflux Reef to Robin. Once everyone is together, we learn the package Mr. Rekka brought was a DJ's turntable. Robin tells everyone they need not sing but dance and party together to create their unified song. Robin then DJs a party with Dreamflux Reef's residents. We move back to the Trailblazer Donghun and Rapa, who just finished adding her memories to a can of spray paint. Donghun says if they insert Rapa's memories into the dreamscape, the mimetic virus in Rapa's memories should overwrite the Slumbernon monkey virus. They then use a camera left by Mr. Rekka, which transports them to the dreamscape where the Trailblazer first met Rapa. The place is filled with the Slumbernon monkey virus, but Rapa's memories successfully overwrite it. Just then Profnana shows up briefly before running off. They chase after Profnana, defeating monkeys along the way and eventually cornering him. Profnana then uses a dream bubble filled with the abandoned wishes of thousands of monkeys to power up his banana advisors and assistananas, who then attack. The Trailblazer and friends defeat Profnana and his goons, and Rapa destroys the dream bubble, transforming the monkeys back into people and sending them to Robin's party. Sometime later, things settle down, the acting dean and teachers return, and the school once again prepares for its Dreamlight Anniversary Festival. The Trailblazer and friends attend the festival's opening ceremony and chat with their friends. We then move to Rapa talking to Mr. Rekka, who gives her information on Dr. Primitive's whereabouts. And that is the end of this mission in this video. If you like what you've seen here, please like, comment, and subscribe.